Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. Um, it's Saturday today and I've been doing my orders Monday to Friday, and now I'm doing stuff for myself and trying to stock up. I've sold a few little things on Etsy, so I'm trying to stock up again to fill the shop up again. But the lady that bought some of my little things from Etsy, she's actually one of my subscribers who found my Etsy shop through my channel. And I received this morning, there was a card from her, from Carol. It says, a big thank you from me to you, Sheila. And inside it's got, thank you for my lovely happy meal, Sheila. That would have been the cardigans and the coasters that she bought that I posted. And then she says, I thoroughly enjoy your channels, following your knitting and listening to your little rants. You keep me better entertained than the TV. She says, keep up the good work and watch out for some happy meal I've sent in the post. Love from Carol G. That was something that was lovely, that Carol. I have got some lovely subscribers on my channel. This is not the only card. I've had one or two cards from some of my subscribers. So I have to watch out for the postman for whatever Carol has sent to me. I am in anticipation, waiting now for that postman. But that was lovely. I couldn't believe it when I opened that envelope and seen this card. I only posted the things off probably a couple of days ago, I think it was. So that was a little bit of a pleasant surprise this morning. Well, it was this afternoon actually. My post where I live now doesn't come around until well after lunch. I think that card was about 2 o'clock in the coming through my door. But anyway, I've been doing a little bit of my knitting for my orders, and I've been doing a little bit more of the Celtic cable cardigan. I'm going to show you how far I've got with that. Well, that's both fronts finished. Just got the sleeves to do, and then a little bit that goes up around the neck from those front parts. And it took me from Monday to Friday to do this part here. That's the right front. Yes, that's the right front, that's the left. I had to think which is left and which is right. Which is what I'm doing my orders Monday to Friday, but Saturday and Sunday I'm keeping for myself and for anything I want to add to my shop. So that's a little bit of that done. So it took me 5 days, and the sleeves, there was 90 something stitches, 94 stitches I think, because this bit here is folded under like that. When it's finished, this has got to be stitched down underneath there. So there was 90, I think, and 94 stitches. And I start off with the sleeves have 70 something stitches, and they go up to 90 something stitches, and the sleeves will be about the same length, because the length from the armholes down to the hip is about 18 inches. So I'd estimate it's going to take me another 2 weeks to finish this, going Monday to Friday. And so that's estimating it'll take me maybe 2 weeks or less for the to finish, and then I'll be able to send that parcel off to the United States, to Dagry. There's another little cardigan that she's bought off me for. I'll be sending those two, and then I'll be having to get on with the with the blanket, get this finished, and I can send this as being another parcel, and a poncho that Dagry wants that I've ordered. It's cotton that Dagry asked me to do it in cotton. So I've ordered the cotton from Mariners, and I'm waiting of it coming. So I'll be getting that sorted. And in the meantime, I'm doing a little bit knitting. I've started another little rosebud. This is what I'm going to do to stock up my Etsy shop again. I did have one in with a little rosebud lace pattern in, which Carol bought. So I'm doing another one. And anything else I can get with the small balls of wool I've got. I am in the middle of another one, which I started last week. But I've left this one. This was the brown. You can't see the cable very well. Oh, I can if I hold it there. There you can see the cable. It's got 2 cable panels and the moss stitch in between. And I'll leave this one until I get some of the little ones done, because this will be about a 26 inch. It'll be a little bit bigger, so it's going to take a bit longer. Even though it's Aran wool, it's still going to take a little bit longer. So I've just started this one, and hopefully I'll get this one finished over the weekend. But I'll be at my granddaughter's tomorrow, and I always take my knitting to my granddaughter's, but I don't get very much done because I know what the kids are like. But anyway, I'm going to tell you another little story. I have one of those printers. It's called an Epson Eco Tank, and you get the bottles of ink, and it has little tanks in, and you just hold the bottle upside down and you press it down, and the ink just goes into the little tanks, all the different colours, the 4 tanks I've got. And I was putting some ink in there today, and that just reminded me of a little thing that happened when I was a kid. I think I was about 12, maybe it was 11 or 12 at the time. I think I had only just started senior school. When we were kids, the school you were in, infants, juniors and seniors. You went into the seniors when you were 11 years old. So I would have been at least 11 when this little incident happened. And that was the first time I'd ever had homework in the seniors. I didn't used to get homework in the infants or the juniors. Not like the kids these days do it. We never did, not until we got into the seniors. And I remember one afternoon, would have been about tea time. My mother used to work, and me and my 2 sisters, I have 2 sisters, Linda and Eleanor, and I'm the middle one. The trouble, that's what I was. I've always been trouble. I'm the middle one. The middle one always seems to be the trouble. But we all had our jobs to do when we came in from school, because my mother was working. My mother was she called herself a tailoress. I would just say she was a dressmaker, but she worked for at the time she was working for Isaac Walton's, altering suits and things like that for, for men and, well, anybody that bought anything from there. My father was a steel erector. He was working as well, and so when we used to come in from school, we had our jobs to do. One of us had to, well, at the time we had coal fires and that, I think it was my older sister Eleanor used to have to do that because she was the older one. She had to clean out all the fire and put the fire on ready, and that because our hot water was heated from the fire. And then one of us had to peel the potatoes. We had potatoes to peel ready for, if there was, whatever there was to peel, like potatoes, carrots, turnip, anything like that, we had those jobs to do. One of us had to wash up the dishes, because the breakfast dishes and all that was still in the sink from, my mother used to rush out in the morning. She just used to leave a pan of porridge in the morning for us. And it used to be in one of those pans where you had the hot water in the bottom and the pan was on the top, and she used to cook the porridge and just leave it in the pan, and the hot water kept it hot until we got our breakfast and got away to school and that. So we had all these jobs to do, and one of us had to vacuum up on the vacuum around the floor and anything, just whatever jobs needed doing. And then there always used to be a message on the mantelpiece: if you've got homework to do, get it done. So I'm sitting on the floor. I used to do my homework on the floor. I had a bottle of ink and one of those pens. We didn't have fountain. My mother wouldn't buy me a fountain pen. I had to use the ones we got from school. It was just the long wooden things with a little nib in. So I'm lying on the floor doing my homework with the pen and the bottle of ink open and dipping the thing. And I can't remember what happened, but I knocked that bottle of ink and it went all over it didn't spread a lot. It went in a patch into the carpet, and it was near where the settee was, near the corner of the settee. Well, I thought to myself, God, I'm going to get murdered, you know. And it was just a new carpet. The carpet had only been down about a month. And I knew my mother'd do a nut when she come in. She seen that. So I went into the kitchen and I'm looking under the sink to see what I could try to clean it off with, and I found a bottle of bleach. Well, I had no idea what bleach did. I thought it was just something I'd seen my mother cleaning the toilet with it and things like that. So I thought, oh, well, the bottle of bleach, that'll clean it. So I poured some bleach over the spot, and then I watched all the colour disappear off the carpet. It was a carpet that had flowers on and like roses and, you know, red roses and green leaves and things, and all the colour just, it took the ink out, but it also took the colour off the carpet on a round patch like that. And I thought, what am I going to do? My mum will kill me. So I thought, I'm looking at the settee, and I thought, well, my mother has the settee up beside where the window was, and she had it set perfectly in the middle, so there was the same distance on either side of the settee. So I thought, I'll move the settee. I pulled the settee along and pulled it forward a bit so it just covered the patch where you couldn't see it. When my mum came in, you know, I was still, you know, my heart in my mouth now, and I thought, I'm going to get a good hiding here, like, and she never noticed anyway, and we had our tea and that, and we all sat down watching the telly. The telly was new as well at the time. I think I must have been 11 because we had just gotten the television, and I was 11 years old when we got our first television. So we were sitting down to watch whatever rubbish there was on the television in them days. Wasn't much to watch in those days. So we used to watch the little dot going off of the night time at 10:30. But anyway, nothing happened. We went to bed and got up the next day, and I always offered to do the vacuum, and I wouldn't let nobody else the jobs. And I say, I'm going to vacuum. And my older sister Eleanor used to say to me, that's funny, you never ever wanted to do the vacuuming before. What's come over you, you know? And me, no, I just like doing the vacuum, and I did this for a week. And I think it was on the Monday when this happened. Well, we used to have all these jobs Monday to Friday coming in from school, but on Saturday my mother used to do everything properly by herself. And I remember getting up on Saturday, getting my breakfast, and I went out to meet my friends, and I came back in. Well, we used to go to Saturday matinee. And it used to be in the afternoon. My mother used to give us the coppers. I think it was 7p in old money for the Saturday matinee. And I'd been out with my friends and I came back in to get my dinner, and I opened the door, the front door, and my mother must have heard me open the door, and I heard her voice shout, Sheila, is that you? Yeah. Get up here now. So I went up there, and there she had moved the settee. She was vacuuming properly. You do this, did you? Me? No, it wasn't me, honest. It was you, because I've already asked Eleanor and Linda, and Eleanor doesn't lie, and she says you were the one that were lying on the floor with a bottle of ink. You must have spilt it, because I can still see little spots. And she says, and I found the bottle. There's no ink in it, and it was full because I just bought that for you last week. So I had to own up to it, like, you know, and she says, well, what did you do to it? I says, well, I got a bottle of stuff out of under the sink, you know, it had bleach on it. You never put bleach on it. You should have just left it until I got home and I would have sorted it myself. And I'm sitting there, and so anyway, it was silence. I had my dinner and that, and then I says, Mum, can I have the symptoms? I'll go to the matinee, my friends are all going. She says, you are not getting any symptoms off me. She says, you're not going out of this house. And I says, you know, I say, oh God, I've got to stay in. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. And I says, well, I can't do anything about it now. She says, oh yes, you can. I says, what? She says, well, there was little bits of carpet left over when that carpet was fitted. She says, I've still got them. And she says, I found a bit that fits perfectly. We're going to cut a square out where you spoiled that carpet. And I'll cut a piece off from the oddments that were left over. And she found a piece to fit exactly. And she says, and you are going to sew it. So I had to sew that square all around. My hands were sore when I finished. But when I'd finished, my mother says, I know you're good at knitting, Sheila. She says, but I think you're good at sewing as well. She says, because I can hardly see where that carpet matches. It's hardly noticeable. So that saved my life anyway. And now I was filling that ink, putting that ink into my printer today. That just reminded me, because those bottles had like a stopper thing, and you just turned them upside down and just put them into the printer and pressed them, and the ink went in. There was no spills or anything. Well, I couldn't have had something like that in my day, you know, like. But that was just a little story that might please you from my childhood, because I know you like my rants and you like my little stories. So that was just one little story I thought I'd let you in on. So if you want to hear any more anytime, when I have to think up these little stories because it's a long time ago, and I have to think up these things because it takes me quite a while to remember a lot of stories. I've already told you a lot of little stories, but there are a lot more in the background that I haven't thought of yet. So I'll come back and tell you another one day. So thumbs up and subscribe, and bye for now.